So abundance happens to be one of the biggest areas that I work with a lot of my clients on. People who are in the creative industries, people who are healers themselves, and most of them come to me when they have kind of hit a plateau in their income level, or they have hit a money ceiling for themselves. So I had a client who runs like a restaurant, and it was very interesting because every single time his restaurants hit a particular income level and exceed that, something weird would happen in his restaurant, like a burst pipe, and then he would have to spend money in order to sort of like rectify it. We realized that there was an issue with his energy, and it is linked to not believing that he can cross that point. We started to actually shift that ceiling upwards. And true enough, the moment we shifted that ceiling upwards, he no longer had the same problem. So now he was able to exit 250,000 a month, and then he's like going upwards and moving towards 500,000 and then 1 million, etc. So I had a client who is a very gifted actually healer, but she was allowing clients to actually overrun their timing, and she was unable to tell them that she needs to charge for it. So she ended up charging them for an hour when actually they've taken 3 hours of their time, because basically now your time has been devalued, and in a way people also don't really respect you, because the only way a client can do that to you if they don't feel your time is valuable. I started working with her. She started to understand and become more confident about what her value and worth is, and she started understanding that she needs to receive good things, that she is worthy of receiving good things, and she started to learn how to draw proper boundaries with clients. And that actually then instantly made her sort of like revenue go up. Talent has very little sometimes to do with abundance. So when you look around you, you can see that there are some people who are extremely abundant, but actually they're not that intelligent, not that talented, And then here you see somebody who is very gifted, very talented, and they're struggling. Okay. The reason why is because your talent is part of your potential, but abundance is a flow of energy. So if you have a lot of talent, but you are stuck in a mindset that you need to suffer for money, you need to do a lot to gain very little. So sometimes when you've reached the level of income that you are happy with, you may now want things like prestige and recognition. You may want success. You may want power. You may want better relationships. So one such client of mine came to me because she felt that she was stuck and she needed more in her life. So when we looked at it, we realized that she was only living up to 20% of her potential, and that 20% was actually the monetary potential. So she was not in a job that she liked. She was not hanging out with people that she enjoyed time with. And our main task was to help her to understand her talent and her potential, so that she can now decide to live an abundant life, which is the right path that she takes. Traditional coaching methods does not work for them anymore, because traditional methods talk about results-driven objectives. However, when you're at the top of the pyramid when it comes to material success, you don't necessarily want to be making more. So what you really want is to find perhaps your purpose in life. In the societies, especially in Singapore as well as the Asian society, a lot of times I find that my clients follow particular paths because it was what was expected of them. What they're really looking for is how to be happy. The Abundance Activation Accelerator workshop basically changes your mindset and helps you to understand what your potential is, and therefore how to value yourself properly. Okay. It also helps you to look at what are some of the common blocks that you face as an individual, and everybody has a different sort of issue. And in this workshop, what we actually do is to help people to figure out what are some of the common issues that they have, but also what are some of the specific issues that they may resonate with. So here, the whole course is based on understanding what is your specific abundance flow, being able to tap into it, and learning how to integrate it into your daily lives. The course actually covers the understanding about your own chart, as well as helping you to understand your potential. So here, the whole course is based on understanding what is your specific abundance flow, being able to tap into it, and learning how to integrate it into your daily lives. So here we talk about like the abundance activation and accelerator workshop as a means to help people to live more fulfilling lives and creating more impact for the society as well as for themselves.